Hello and welcome back to the very first episode of Club Veronika. I've been traveling to India the entire of December. I first went to my hometown, Kolkata, spent time with my family, and now I've come to a very special place in Goa called Bhakti Kutir. And by the way, I've also shared my experience of Bhakti Kutir in a vlog, which I would also link with my YouTube vlog here for this podcast. Um, but one of the best things about this place is the name, Bhakti Kutir. Bhakti means devotion, and Kutir means hut. So one of the main reasons I decided to come for a retreat here was to disconnect with the universe and reconnect with myself and practice slow living. This is something I'd been doing, I would say, since last year, where I have been mindfully disconnecting to the world and trying to set my intention for the next year. Last year we did this in Mallorca, where we had no itinerary planned, and we just packed our bag and we just took the cheapest flight to Mallorca, and we had a great time, just setting intention. And that's also something that I did this time in Goa. This is my last day, unfortunately, in Bhakti Kutir, but I did a lot of yoga, journaling, self-reflecting, and no itineraries. So it was absolutely amazing. And setting intention is, for me, the first step of self-care. Like buying a face mask or booking a holiday can also be therapeutic, but if you're not keeping a few minutes away to set your intention for the day aside, then you're only distracting yourself. You're not really changing anything in your life, you know and so I feel like uh, setting intention for me is the first step of my mental health care, and also the first step of manifestation, I would say, because what setting intentions does is it empowers you to decide what you want and how you want to experience life. Sure, we have a life which is unpredictable and will likely still throw a lot of curveballs on our way, um, but ultimately you are the one writing the story of your life, and intention setting helps you do just that. I remember last year when I was feeling overwhelmed with so many things, and also this year when I had so many different stuff happening at the same time and I was overwhelmed. And I have loved traveling all my life. Of people who know me for a long time, you would know that I have been vlogging for over 8 years now. I've been travel vlogging, I've been writing vlogs, I've been shooting content for my Instagram channel. So in general, I have loved vlogging. I've loved traveling. But lately, I don't know, but I feel like it's becoming a very overwhelming situation with the travel industry. And I feel like it's so important for me to set an intention before my travels as well, so I know what exactly are my priorities when I travel. And sometimes I'm traveling because I want to see as much as I can, but these days I would rather prefer slow traveling, and it's happening in me, and I don't know how many of you are also so overwhelmed with everything around you. And then you go to travel, and then you are also spending all your energy going everywhere all at once, and then you come back to your work and you're feeling drained out, and you're actually more tired than you're actually more tired after you come back from a holiday. And to me, I think that's not the purpose of my holiday. I want my holidays to rejuvenate me, and that's why I have also started actively setting intentions for my travel, and making sure what I shoot or what I vlog about is a personal experience, and that it's not about everything, it's about few things where I really was there present, and talk very passionately about it. So I think that's how I have practiced setting intentions. And I think I would also like to share few ways in which I have also implemented setting intentions in my life. And I don't know if this could be useful to you. It could not be useful to you. It could be that you set your intentions in a very different way, that you find a different routine to do it. But if it helps anybody, I would still like to share it here. So let's let's start with it. The first thing would be to identify the goal or desire. So it's like feeling oriented with yourself. For instance, you might have a desire of getting a promotion at work, but the feeling underneath may be to feel fully expressed in work you do. So once you can identify the feeling that you have about it, you can put language to it and actually write out the intention. It's so important to write down your intention about the feeling. I have heard so many people talk about feelings in a very negative way. I have heard people say that feelings misguide you, but to me, I feel feelings are a great way to know who you really are. So if you are feeling that this is good for you, hear it out, and then add a language to it, and write it down somewhere. Write it on your wall. Write it on your diary. Write it on your phone. Use it as a wallpaper. You know, give a language to it. But first, you need to really understand how you feel about something, because sometimes I ask this question to myself: are these really my feelings? And that's a great way to know if you are really feeling something, or is the social media making you feel a way. Is the, I don't know, your neighbors making you feel that way, your relatives making you feel that way, your friends making you feel that way. So it's so important to take that break in the middle and kind of reflect: are these really my feelings? You know, I could be wanting to I don't know, not go out of the house today, but somebody might want to go out and, you know, see everything, and then you know that you are getting a FOMO, and it's not really your feeling, and you just want to be in the home, maybe chilling, you know, or just lying on the sofa or the couch watching a movie. So it's important. Your feelings are important. Please don't discard them in a garbage bin. Um, Listen to it, and I think that would be like my first thing that I would say, how I practice setting intentions. Second point, get clear on who you have to be in order to achieve your goal. Because goals are about doing and intentions are about being, you know. And so it is important to understand who is that person, who is your higher self, that needs to achieve that goal. And journaling on qualities that you'd like to embody will support you in achieving your goals. You know, you need to journal out your higher self. You need to understand what your higher self would be, how your higher self goes about things, what she eats, what she likes to do in her free time, where she likes to travel. And once you understand that, you have such a better understanding of your goals as well. So for example, if your goal is to, let's say, write a book, your intentions that could support could be: I intend to make my creativity a priority, or I intend to see myself as capable and a strong person. And I think this is a great way to kind of understand who you want to be, let's say, or how to achieve your goals by being your higher self. The third point would be, of course, compile actionable steps. You know, for example, being healthier can mean different things to different people. So once you have set out an intention, write down the actionable steps, write down exactly, um, by numbers how you can achieve it. So for example, um, it could be something like work out x number of hours this week, and you have to add a number to it, you have to set a time to it, you have to it should be measurable, so you can track your progress, let's say. And I think this is something that a lot of people, they would just set it up in the beginning of the year, and they have a new year resolution going on, and then they never really reinforce that intentions regularly. I read it somewhere, or I think I heard it in a podcast, that from a scientific standpoint, the brain is a belief engine and is always looking for confirmatory evidences to prove our intention or hypothesis on different things that we see around us. And they further explained that this means, in practical terms, that once we have identified the new belief or intention that we want to set, we want to reinforce it with examples from our lives. And I was blown when I heard this. This was such a revelation to me when I heard about it for the first time. And I tried practicing this, I tried different methods, and I think the one that um, worked best for me to reinforce my intention was after meditation, or after the end of the day, when reflecting to my intentions, or in at early morning when my brain is more relaxed and receptive, setting my intentions. Then these were these were like my favorite times when I would go on about setting my intentions. I also know that the world has gone digital and we don't like to write down things anymore. Um, but this is something that I had been doing for a long time. I have a gratitude journal where I write down also the things that went well for me, because we forget the things we did well and only intend to remember things we didn't do right. And that is why it's so important, and I suggest it. It has changed my life so much that I would write my I set my intentions of 3 things that I want to do today. I want to prioritize 3 things that I'm grateful for. And at the end of the night, I come back and reflect um, on the things that went well. And that's okay. I'm so sorry for the noise, but I am sitting in this open space, and I'm not sure if you can still hear me, but yeah, it's a bit of loud um, sound around me, but I think you can. I would try to manage with. I would try to manage still, because we are almost at the end of the podcast, and yeah, and I think this is all the things. I think I'm just ranting out on my experiences, and also this is the first podcast, so I'm letting my heart out. But yeah, this is something that has really helped me, and I was waiting to share it with you all. So I hope this podcast, I don't know, just listening to it while you're walking, just chilling somewhere, or you just are bored and you want to listen to something that could help you a bit. um, I hope this podcast reaches you, and thank you for listening to me, and I wish you have a great day ahead. Until next time, Veronikas.